It's time for another idea from this guy. I want to tell you how to have a natural sort of welfare reform and a great reduction in poverty in this country. It's been a problem for a long time. My idea actually comes from a liberal think tank called the Brookings Institute. They're thinking about stuff all the time, and they've come up with 3 simple ways that an individual can literally take themselves out of poverty. I mean, it's incredible, and yet it is so simple. Here's the 3 things. Number 1, graduate from high school. Number 2, don't have babies out of wedlock. And number 3, get a job. They report from their studies, they say that 75% of the kids who will do this will land squarely in the heart of the middle class. Only 2% will remain in poverty. Now listen, that is beyond incredible. And you know what? If you reduce poverty, that is welfare reform. And you know what? I hate that term reform anyway. I mean, you may have heard me talk about this before. Anytime the government is trying to reform something, in the end, that means they're going to spend more money, make the bureaucracy even bigger, waste more money, help less people, and just expand the overall power of the swamp. It's always such a waste. But yet, here's something that individuals do to save themselves that literally will bring reform to welfare. It's just awesome. Now here's my idea. This would literally save taxpayers money and encourage these kids to do the right thing. Because you see, we don't deny that many of these kids in poverty, man, they are in terrible environments, whether it be family or just their economic situation. So they need encouragement. So here's my idea. Based on the Brookings studies, I would have the federal government, and we want them to be a safety net to the most needy people among us. So instead of having a program or some bureaucracy, just do this. Write a check. Just write a check. Here's what I would do. If you complete those 3 things, graduate from high school, don't have babies out of wedlock, get a job, you should get a check in the mail right after that for $25,000. A reward for doing the right thing, surviving the environment that they've been living in their whole life. And you know what? No strings attached. They could make a down payment on a house. They could extend their education, whatever they want. No strings. Check in their name. Do you realize how much money this would save taxpayers? Because it would bring such a reduction in the overall costs of welfare that we're experiencing now. Never mind the fact that our welfare programs now really keep people down and in poverty. So tell me what you think. But you know what? Without question, you reduce poverty, that is the ultimate welfare reform.